Time now for business. Let's say hello to Yuka Royer again.
Hi, François.
Yuka, you talked to us earlier about the closing bell in Europe. It's been an awful week, the worst since 2008.
That's right. The financial crisis, the global financial crisis that sank shares back at the time. Now, this time around, the global sell-off just keeps accelerating as uncertainty over how long the spread of the coronavirus will continue, which is keeping investors on edge. Wall Street continues its nosedive into correction territory, with the Dow Jones dropping 1,000 points for the third time this week. As you can see there, major bourses in Europe, as you said, Francois, closed off the week deeply in the red. Germany's DAX dropped as much as 5% at one point this Friday. Investors don't like uncertainty, and that's precisely what's sending global stocks into a tailspin, with $3.5 trillion wiped off the global stock markets this week. There's a gauge of investor fears called VIX, commonly known as the Fear Index on Wall Street. It's seen a huge spike this week, as you can see, a move not seen since at least the summer of 2015. The VIX was created in 1993, and its historical average level is about 19. It's now above 48. Crude oil prices slumped on concern over prolonged supply disruptions and weaker demand, dropping as much as 6.5% earlier this Friday. The US benchmark Brent is seeing the biggest weekly drop in more than 4 years. Several key OPEC members are now mulling deeper output cuts in the face of falling prices. Now, just last week, Wall Street stocks were trading at record high levels. Earlier, we asked Craig Erlam, senior market analyst at Oanda in London, about why markets plunged into turmoil so rapidly.
The coronavirus has been spreading now for more than a month, but when it appeared to be contained within China, that was enough for investors to buy the dips and send stock markets back to record high levels. I feel like there's an element of complacency there, this idea that it couldn't possibly spread outside of China, and therefore continuing to buy the dips was justified. That was never justified, and we're now seeing the consequences of that, because once the spread happens outside of China, once we see accelerating cases in some sensitive countries like Iran, and once we see cases popping up all over the place, the panic sets in, and the panic is set in because of the levels that we were previously trading at. Now we're on course for the worst week since the global financial crisis, and there's no indication at this moment in time that things are going to get any better.
Well, organisers of the Geneva Motor Show, scheduled for next week, has cancelled the event. It would have been the first major European car show of the year, and a prestigious one that dates back to 1905. The trade fair is the latest to join a growing list of event cancellations as governments around the world scramble to contain the spread of the coronavirus. Claire Rush reports.
Stands dismantled and packed away before the event even started. The Geneva International Motor Show was set to celebrate its 90th edition, but Switzerland's ban on public events with over 1,000 people, a measure to halt the spread of the coronavirus, has effectively canceled the show.
We're going to have financial problems. We're going to face big losses. We know this. We've mentioned this. We don't have details yet, but we're going to meet soon to find out how to replenish the foundation and allow it to continue its work.
Organizers say losses will be in the millions. Hundreds of thousands of visitors were expected, and some 900 cars were to be on display. The Geneva International Motor Show is just the latest large-scale event to fall victim to the coronavirus. It comes on the heels of the cancellation of the world's largest mobile technology fair, the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona. But not all mass gatherings have been called off. The Salon de l'Agriculture in Paris, for example, is still on. But some renowned events have been cut short, such as carnival celebrations in Nice and Venice. Major attractions are also being temporarily shuttered. Japan says it will close Tokyo Disneyland starting Saturday, just as the park was gearing up for an influx of spring break visitors.
I have to accept the situation. Coronavirus will spread quickly, especially in a large place like this, so it's a wise decision.
All of Disney's theme parks in Asia are now temporarily closed.
Well, staying in Japan, the government there has called on consumers to stop panic buying toilet paper and ignore false rumors. People have been seeing empty shelves in supermarkets as many rush to stock up on toilet paper on rumours which spread through social media that ramped up production of face masks as well as supply disruptions from China will cause a big shortage of that vital household product. Manufacturers are trying to reassure people that there's ample stock in the country. Some have already found money-making opportunities there. This angry Twitter user is condemning a number of ads that he found on online trading platforms by individuals buying up toilet paper and then putting them up for sale at, of course, exorbitant prices. That's Silence Gardens. There is toilet paper in Japan, apparently.
There's enough toilet paper in Japan. Many thanks for that, Yuka.